Hey, this is Mr. MegaManFan. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know all the things to do. The wacky and wild, weird world of Wii accessories continues with Sing Party. Like Lego Dimensions, it is reputed to be brand new and complete in box. But just for comparison, I have this loose copy you'll take a look at. It has the instructions and the disc. And I don't think I will break the seal on the sealed copy inside, so unless these thumbprints prove to be a problem, I'll use this version instead. But anyway, we're going to open up this complete boxed copy and get a look at everything inside, including a Wii U microphone, which I guess will be the main accessory as a selling point for this one. So just got to figure out where to attack this from to get it open without hopefully making a mess of everything, because I don't want to tear it, but I don't want to leave it in the box either. So I'm not seeing any obvious seals, so it looks like it's probably held in with glue. I'm going to pause for a moment to consider how best to open this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so my recommendation is if you get a box with a seal like this, get a hair dryer, set it on the lowest possible setting, slowly and gently heat the top lid and peel it back. That way you don't have to rip or tear anything. And as you can see, the glue residue is still there. So I'm going to gently cut through that last little bit of glue, and then we will be inside the package. That old glue definitely doesn't want to give up the ghost, but it's worth it to keep everything in good shape. And the heat won't damage anything as long as you keep it on a low setting. So here's our bulky Wii U microphone, which I assume is going to be USB, just like the Lego Dimensions Portal was. We have to get it out of the bag. Well, they give you a nice hefty long cord. Now I'm going to state in advance there may be a copyright match on the music in this game, and if there is, then I will have to trim the video to the parts that aren't hit by a copyright flag. But I'm going to upload it as a private video first, and then figure out what I need to trim based on if or what gets flagged. But yes, here is our Wii U Sing Party microphone. And the only other thing in there is the game itself. As noted, a sealed copy because this was brand new. And a flyer of some kind. Oh, no, instructions for the Wii U microphone. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at what this says, since we're already in here. Connect to the USB port, power switch slide to turn on. There's really not much to explain. I guess they felt that was necessary, but I kind of don't think it was. Alright, let me slide this and this back into the box where they belong. Let's plug in the microphone, and as Barry says on Sandwiches of History, let's give this one a go. And here we go, mindful of any potential copyright issues that may arise. Well, true believers, you won't be surprised to know that there were copyright issues almost from the word go, starting with the fact the game booted up to an instrumental rendition of LMFAO's Sexy and I Know It. So, I had to mute the audio and do voiceover, and I do apologize because you're losing some of the context here, but in essence, you still get to see how it proceeds to turn on the game by having you point the Wii U pad at the television and then sync up somehow with the game. I don't even know why that's necessary, but maybe in party mode, you want the camera to show your friends while they're singing, so I suppose there's some value to that. From there, you move on to selecting which mode you want: sing, party, practice, whatever, and you've got a very lengthy list of songs and artists to select from. I can't say they didn't go out of their way to source copyrighted music. When you leave it on any of these songs for more than a second, it starts playing the full song. So, again, copyright issues abound when you're trying to do this. So, my advice to you is if you're filming Sing Party, you're going to mute it and do voiceover or insert a royalty-free track of some kind. Now, I was doing a monologue about which song I wanted to pick to try, and I said that Miley Cyrus was definitely out. I had to go with something I knew, so I ended up selecting YMCA by the Village People. And as I found out quickly, I'm not the greatest singer in the world. Well, duh. But when the game itself tells you that, it's a little more of a slap in the face. Like, I thought I knew YMCA, but let's be honest, even if I do know it, I obviously can't hit the notes that the singer in YMCA can, because it draws a graph on the screen that shows you when you're singing into the microphone and how close your pitch is to whatever the pitch is that you're supposed to be singing at. It's kind of like an EKG. It goes up and down as you're singing. And I'm trying my best to match what it expects me to do. Sometimes I'm hitting the notes and sometimes I'm not. But the closer I get to what it expects, the more points it awards me for my performance. So that's fair. I imagine if my wife was doing this, she would get a much higher score because she had vocal training in college, and if I say so myself, she's an incredible singer. My opinion, but she's way better than me, and frankly better than most people I know. Not as good as maybe a professional recording artist, but if that had been the line of work she had chosen to go into, she would have gotten there. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, my performance is going to be subpar compared to hers. Any song that I can sing well, like Godsmack's Voodoo, she's actually coached me to be able to hit the right notes. That's how much better she is than I am. So I'm giving it my best effort just to get the gist of the game, but I'm not perfect. But it's fun. Seeing the graph actually gives me an incentive to try to hit the right notes and do better, especially when they're really high or really low. I kind of have to give a little more oomph to my vocals. I'm sure she would say that's like breathing from your chest and putting it out through your throat somehow. You don't want to sing with your nose. You don't want to sing with your throat. You got to get enough oxygen going through your vocal cords to correctly produce the pitches that you want. And she's also much better at that than I am. So at least it's a good challenge. This feels like something you would get better at with time because it's showing you how well you're doing, and it's giving you an incentive by scoring you more points for doing better. So, positive reinforcement. If you wanted to practice to get good at karaoke, this would probably be a good way to do it. Maybe you'd never be the greatest singer on earth, but you'd at least be good enough to impress your friends and maybe some random drunks at a bar. That's my take on it anyway. The microphone works well. The software is easy to use, friendly, and easy to navigate, and certainly has a wide range of options. I imagine when Nintendo hadn't shut down the servers for their digital shop, you probably could have bought extra song packs to have even more to play in Sing Party. But obviously that's long gone now, so if you want that sort of thing, you're going to have to search out alternative methods to get that content. And you probably know what I'm referring to. I'm not going to be explicit about it, but there are options. So yes, I like Sing Party. I get the distinct feeling I'm going to have to mute just about all of that. There's probably no chance in hell I can keep all of that in and not get a copyright flag. I think the operative word here is party. This is the kind of game where you want to have some friends over, maybe have a few drinks, or smoke a little something if that's your thing. I'm not judging, and I'm not complaining if you don't want to do either of those things. If you can get completely silly with your friends without any enhancements whatsoever, more power to you. But you know what? Sometimes a little social lubricant isn't a bad thing, especially when you're going to make a fool of yourself singing karaoke. I've always found it helps me a little bit. So I think this would be a fun game to play with your friends. I don't think it was a system seller for the Wii U by any means, but this is a nice little package, and I am not sad that I picked this up complete in box. It's nice to have the microphone and the game, and not just the game. I'm Mr. MegaManFan. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching.